everyone, welcome to TRCAC EduVedha. Myself Sandhya Shukla, an English teacher from the Junior College Department. Today we are going to learn the poem 2.4, Have You Earned Your Tomorrow, written by Edgar Guest. This poem has 4 stanzas, 4 lines each, hence it is known as quatrains. Let us begin. Is anybody happier because you passed his way? Does anyone remember that you spoke to him today? The day is almost over and its toiling time is through. Is there anyone to utter kindly word for you? Now the first stanza begins with the poet questioning, is there anybody happier because you passed his way? Can you really recall one person who smiled, who told you that it was really nice meeting you, my dear child? Where have you been so long? We miss this beautiful smile in the society. Or is the neighbor just welcoming you when you come back home in absence of your parents and saying that beta, you can sit here, we will wait, we'll have a cup of tea together. We should earn that, and this is earned gradually by your behavior, students. If you are that welcoming, that helpful, or certainly just one smile, you will earn it all. Did you give a cheerful greeting to a friend who came along, or a churlish sort of howdy and vanished in the throng? Were you selfish, pure and simple as you rushed along the way, or someone mighty grateful for the deed you did today? Now here in this stanza, if you see, the poet has emphasized on so-called friendship. We always have a cheerful and a very big broad smile given to our best friends. Oh wow, we run and we hug and we have that great aura around them. And the same way, if you see a classmate from your class whom you call as a CR, or some person who sits in the same classroom but you barely talk to them, but you know that this person is a regular student, and then you happen to text when the deadline of the assignment is near, when the submission date is near, or the examinations are clear. That time you need that friend, and then you ignore that friend. So you become selfish because your thoughts were very clear that you need him when the time of examination is near or the submission is near, and then you ignore him as if you never met him. So be kind, count upon the ones who've helped, and be resourceful and ready to help. Stanza 3. Can you say tonight, in parting with the day that's slipping fast, that you've helped a single brother of the many you've passed? Is a single heart rejoicing over what you did or said? Does a man whose hopes were fading now with courage looks ahead? As we know that each day just passes by, the day slips faster. We recall that we just began and the time is almost over. And then we come back on our bed. When you're on your bed, can you really say that you've been helpful, you've been kind, you've really lended your ears to someone, you sat with someone, or you empathized someone for his or her situation? Can you really recall the last time when you were helpful to someone rather than just seeking help? Did you deliver that gesture to others? This poem is a thought-provoking poem, students, where you just recall about all the actions that you've been doing throughout the day. Did you waste the day or sorely spent? Did you leave a trail of kindness or a scar of discontent? As you close your eyes in slumber, do you think God would say, you've earned one more tomorrow for the work you did today? What determines that you are a good human? Which deed can you recall, my dear students, that yes, God will come, pat on your back and say, well done, my dear child. You are amazing. You've been so helpful. You've been so kind. You've been so welcoming. That yes, you deserve a better tomorrow, a beautiful day ahead. Consider each day as a blessing. You never know when you sleep for the last. You never know when you wake with a new restart. So consider each day as a new beginning. We might be selfish, we might be rude, intentionally or unintentionally. But at least before you're off to bed, you have that moment where you just close your eyes and recall about all the actions that you've been doing. Students, you can lie to others, but you can never lie to the inner soul. That thought, if you know that you've been rude, if you've been dishonest, if really you have, intentionally, unintentionally hurted someone, you'll recall that before you're to bed. Whenever you come across such a situation, be brave enough to confess, confront, apologize. An apology will always raise your standard. A request will always teach you to be polite. So mark your words, mark your actions, because you are piling it up for the tomorrow. So remember, whatever you do today, you are just getting it registered by Him sitting above. You think nobody is observing? There the Almighty is sitting and registering every deed, every action, whether it is kind, rude, loyal, or what I have to say, that is dishonesty. Please learn to be kind and human. That's all that this message from this poem you learn today. Moving ahead to the poetry appreciation part. The appreciation needs to be written in 8 points, as we all know. First point, number 1, about the poem. The poem is Have You Earned Your Tomorrow, written by Edgar Guest, and British-American poet, who is also known as People's Poet because of his optimistic style of writing. Have You Earned Your Tomorrow is a thought-provoking poem that makes the readers realize about all the deeds and actions done by them throughout their life. Followed by that is the theme. The theme is personal responsibility, kindness and generosity. Special feature of this poem is it is a quatrain, followed by interrogative. Why interrogative? Because every verse has a question asked to the readers by the poet. Quatrain, I'll explain you this in detail. If you observe, the poem is divided into 4 stanzas. Each stanza has a set of 4 verses, that is 4 lines. Hence, it is known as a quatrain. Then you come down to the poetic devices used. The poetic devices used in the poem are interrogation, question mark, alliteration, the consonant sounds are repeated, cynic day. Yes, this is something exciting. If you see in the poem, we have a line where in the verse the poet has written, is a single heart rejoicing. The single heart resembles an entire human. That means the poet is asking you to recall that is there anyone who is just happier because you crossed his way or you've helped him some way or the other. So one part that resembles the whole is known as a synecdoche. Followed by that, you have your message. The message derived from the poem is to be kind, humble, and loyal to others. Remember, all actions done towards others is also the actions that you expect to be received from them. Whatever you do to others, remember to take it the same manner how you would love to receive it. The opinion, I can vouch on it and say, my students will definitely love this poem because I know each student that I've come across is humble, generous. So, opinion you're going to write, I like this poem because it gives us an optimistic approach towards life. Teaches us to be kind and humble towards our society. The poem concludes that life is lived in true sense only when it's lived for others. As you know that you have to build a better tomorrow, so start working for it today. Thank you so much for listening so carefully. I hope you liked this lecture and it was insightful. Please stay tuned to our channel EduVedha and do not forget to subscribe it. Thank you.